Everybody, Steve Simon here. I'm the creator of Surgical Master, and I'm here on a brief vacation in my home country of Israel. You may know that I'm originally from Tel Aviv, Israel. This is where I graduated from dental school, where I lived most of my life before I moved to Canada and the United States. And I'm here on a quick vacation with my family to visit my family. So I'm having a great time here, and I'm actually going to leave today. And I wanted to shoot this video for you to share with you an experience I had here at the Tel Aviv beach. Now it's pretty early in the morning. This is where I used to run almost every day at 6 a.m. When I was 18 years old, and do yoga and all sorts of other sports early in the morning. It's really one of the best places to, kind of to relax and to meditate in some ways. But what I wanted to share with you happened just yesterday at the beach. I went to have fun here at the beach with my kids, and we were all playing and just enjoying this beautiful place and having a great time. And when I was playing with my little daughter, actually in the shallow water, I noticed something that I didn't get at first, and that was so weird. I saw a woman. She was probably in her mid-20s, just in the shallow water, and it seemed like initially like she was just relaxing, and she was just watching the ocean, but something did not feel right. She was turning. She looked a little bit, I don't know, it was just the weirdest thing. And it took me about 5 to 10 seconds just to understand that she was drowning. She was drowning in the shallow water, which is something we don't really grasp. It's not something that feels like it should happen. When you think about drowning, whether it's in a swimming pool or the ocean or the sea, in this case the Mediterranean Sea, you think of somebody who is a child or an adult drowning in the deep water. You feel like somebody would be struggling, there would be some movements, but that was totally different. The person was basically out cold in the shallow water, just turning like almost like a rag doll. And this is when I got it. You know what? She's drowning. I just pulled her out, and I started talking to her and asking her, what's your name? Are you okay? And luckily I didn't need to do any CPR because she was, she was responsive, but she was a little bit out of it. I think she was either drinking or she was just dehydrated or both. And let me show you where it was. It's right here in this spot, somewhere just pretty close. And now the beach is almost empty, except for crazies like me and others that are coming to work out and enjoy and just kind of see, having fun when nobody's around. But what was amazing was that she was drowning in front of hundreds or maybe thousands of people, and nobody was noticing it. I didn't do anything special. I was just happened to be the right person at the right time, and I was just there, and I noticed that she was drowning after a few seconds. And it took me some, I didn't see this initially, but she was drowning while everybody was watching. So this is an important lesson for everybody watching this video. Drowning is very quiet, and drowning is very lethal because it's not very dramatic like you imagine it to be in movies. People are waving their hands and struggling with the water and screaming for help. That's not the case. When somebody's drowning, especially a child, it's a very quiet process. They just go under and they faint, they go out, and then they die. So time is of the essence. So the thing that was shocking to me is that it happened in front of everybody. There's actually a lifeguard. This little house right here is a lifeguard. So there are like 3 guys in there watching with binoculars and screaming to the people in the sea to be careful, but nobody saw that. That's kind of scary. Anyhow, pulled her out. Then there was another person, another lady from here that identified herself as a physician. She was given some oxygen. Of course, at that time, the lifeguards came in. An ambulance was called. I think she's fine. I think she probably was dehydrated. She said she was drinking something, and she was just drowning in front of hundreds of people. She probably could have died. And that also made me think about our practice of surgery. If something in surgery, in your clinical practice, doesn't feel right, something feels odd, it probably is. It probably is. And that's what happened with this drowning person. Initially, I thought, hey, everything's fine. She's just probably relaxing. Let me just move on and play with my kids. But what caught my eyes was that this person was just going with the waves, just churning and turning and face down and face up, and the hair all over her face. And that's when I decided to drag her out. Never be on autopilot when you perform surgery. Never be just in your own thoughts, in your own mind, in your own space while you're treating your patients, because while you're dreaming away, like the crowd that was sitting here while this person was drowning, thinking about their vacation, their kids, their meal, their lunch, whatever they were thinking about, a person was drowning and dying in front of their eyes. Same thing in surgery. You got to constantly be focused on what you're doing. Constantly think about what are the things that can go wrong, that can kill the case, that can kill the patient, not literally, but what can go wrong, so you're prepared to act right away. So I'm so happy this case turned out well for this person, and I just left with my kids. And you know what, the best thing about this whole story is that this happened in front of my wife and my kids, so I now have an official hero status in my family. And all my kids came up to me and said, Dad, in Hebrew, Dad, you're a hero, you know, how did you do that? You're amazing. And this was just the talk of the vacation. So I'm going to enjoy this hero status here in Israel before I fly back to the United States and go back and to my practice and to my work and to Surgical Master to create more training for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from it about, first of all, be alert and be open, and if something doesn't look right, research it, act upon it, and don't take things for granted. I hope you learned about the connection between what happened to me, pulling somebody who was drowning in shallow water outside, and how it relates to surgery. You always have to be focused and always have to expect things to possibly happen so you can address them in a timely manner. This is Dr. Ziv Simon from Tel Aviv Beach. I hope you enjoyed this video. Look forward to seeing you back in the States. Take care.